Thank you, Rona Arch, for the follow. Why is there a ghost one now? Oh, forgot to turn off Fuji. Yep. How we doing, everybody? Oh no, we're getting closer to the ASMR stream. I feel like it's going to be inevitable this year. We're just waiting on a couple of things to happen, and then we're going to probably get proper started in the game. Like that. I will say in 30 minutes, I might have to go pause the stream. Well, put the stream on, be right back. For like 10 minutes or so. So I might just put on like a ghost video and just walk away. But yeah. I gotta go pick up a roommate in case it's snowing in like 20 minutes. It says it's not supposed to start for an hour, but when I was looking at the clouds just now, it's like that could be close. I'm just waiting on this ad break to end, so anybody who's in the ad break, we can say hi to them. Uh, yeah. I didn't have a schedule posted this week, but this week should be either. I don't know what tomorrow night's game will be. Wednesday is going to be a paint stream over here. And then Thursday is going to be a Blue Twitch game night. I don't know what we're going to play over there. It might just be VR chat. I don't know. Let us switch to game. Indeed, Minecraft, indeed. I did try and do some stuff off stream. Not a lot. I was trying to get started work on. Let me show you real quick. You can kind of already see. Well, for one thing, I was trying to light up the ocean more. It kind of worked. I ran out of all my materials to light up the ocean. I'm trying to those who are new, I'm trying to light up this entire ocean around this area and all the way to my temple over there. Because I'm going to be building something in that temple, or with that temple. It's probably just going to be a prismarine farm, but we'll see. I need some buckets. Where's that? Okay. My intention with what we're going to be trying to do is we're going to have to do this the easier. I'm going to have to do this the slower way, I think. Unless somebody has a really clever way of clearing water out in a specific area without using World Edit. Because survival, I know, is a pain to do this. What I was going to try and do is I was going to try and build the square perimeter of 58 blocks in each direction. What will probably be easier to do is to basically cover the top, is what I'm thinking. Clear the top and then use it to, and then basically seal anything I can and come in with sponges and just kill everything in there. See, this is the problem. I can't do this. I can't do this very quickly. I have to take my time doing it, and then I have to clear the water out. Hi, Shiny. If you would like to join the voice call, it is open. Motherfucker. Where the fuck are you shooting me from? Mother... Why? This isn't the kind of gang up I want. It's alright, sweetie. I kind of was partially hearing everything. It's like, yeah. Okay, I'm only going to do this to get my stuff back. I'm not going to do anything else. I think what I'm going to have to probably end up doing is I might have to build a quick square here. I'm going to have to keep a cow near her, aren't I? I need my sponges. Alright, I need me sponges. I need a... Not a smoker. I need a blah 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 blah. Furnace. Sponge. So yeah, my eventual goal, and this is probably something I'm going to work on more between streams because this is going to be very boring. Although if I focus on it, I could probably get it done in a couple of hours. I just realized I grabbed that without grabbing any fuel for it. Where did I put the coal? Yeah, we'll just grab 64 for now. So yeah, my intentional goal is to be able to probably get rid of this XP farm and turn this into an XP farm. Because if I remember right, Guardians give like... Guardians are a much more... Because Guardian farms like this are a much more consistent thing. Ooh. Well, hello, Beastie. What? Oh, what? Right. I was like, why the hell did my sub goal just reset? I'm like, oh, right, it's the beginning of the month. need to grab a cow. This is fun. I'm having fun. Okay, I have two choices. I need to build another boat and drag a cow over here. And hopefully these things don't kill the cow. And then you almost... And then we can start working on at least clearing the inside of the base. Because if we can clear the inside of that base, then we can basically just completely strip it from the ground up. Come on, cow. Good. Tactical cow incoming. Damn cow. Oh, yeah, no, it's the so I was like, what the hell are you doing here? Yeah, there's a lot of just songs going right now. I just want a column of water. What the hell? Where the fuck did you target me from? Yeah, no, honey, if it's on Twitch, it's perfectly fine. Okay, I keep hearing you trying to attack me. Are you somewhere in here? No, you're just dumb. Alright.
Hello.
Hello. You can stay down there, Guardian. I'm trying to do the easy thing of clearing it real quick. I'm trying to just do the sort of easier part of clearing it. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
I'm doing the interior first.
I'm trying to figure out how to turn down the volume because I'm playing a bit of an emulated video game right now, but I want to hear you too.
What game are you playing?
So how's the day going?
So far, so good. Like I said, we're just doing the boring stuff of trying to clear a temple.
Yeah, I can see that.
Well, the boring part of it. The fun part is going to be once I can actually like get the range cleared out. Because then I can actually build a farm in here. And potentially...
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
Oh, I'm emulating a Kirby game.
Oh, nice.
It's been a while since I played like a new one. I think since like pre-pandemic, actually, like just about.
Forgotten Lands was pretty good.
I played the 3D one. Never mind.
I was about to say, did you play Forgotten Lands, the newest one? Or second newest one now?
And then before that, like just before the pandemic started, I played one of the 3DS ones.
Ooh, nice.
Because that was when I was a good boy who still bought games and paid for them.
What? Stealing games? No.
Stealing games, yes.
That's why I was joking. Okay. There, I can actually do this now. See, I'm not really trying to keep too much of the temple installed. I'm debating on how much of the temple I want to actually keep original and how much I want to be like, nah, I want this to be like a whole-on farm thing.
Yeah, it makes sense. What are you going to be farming in it?
Oh, it's going to be a guardian farm.
Oh, okay. For like Prismarine and stuff?
Yes. Well, it's also going to be an XP farm, so...
Do you think that Guardians are considered golems since they're like made out of like rocks?
Are they considered? I thought they were just like a fish.
I think they're like meant to like look like fish, but like if you look, they have like the same like texture as Prismarine bricks, and they drop like the parts to make like the bricks. So I just sort of assumed that they were like built to protect the place out of
emotional damage.
Hi, Lurka. I could see that. I mean, there is lore in Minecraft. It's hidden lore. So it wouldn't surprise me if they were supposed to be like that. The ancient civilization that made this stuff, it wouldn't surprise me. I do picture the actual bosses might not be golems, sort of deal.
Yeah, because there's like a lot of structures in the game that seem to be have been built by like somebody that we don't know.
It's the voices that talk in the credit scene.
I also think that the Warden is definitely a golem.
The Warden... Okay, so I've actually heard a more interesting theory about the Warden. The Warden... So there's two different versions of end stuff. There's old end and new end. The Warden is old end. Before the dragon.
Kind of like primordial. Oh, maybe it's like a time machine sort of thing, and that's where like the portal is.
It's more likely it's whatever the Warden was kicked out of the end.
Oh.
Sort of deal.
I've been like I was thinking too much like Pokemon Scarlet, like Paradox Pokemon.
I could see that too. Okay, I need an area where there we go. Crap, wasn't thinking.
My theory is that the Warden was like taken from like obviously it was like taken from another dimension or like built from another dimension. I think that it was meant to be a protector of like the people of the city, and they controlled it using music. And like in Music Disc 5, that's like the brief snippet of like common music you hear. That was the song they used to control it before like they couldn't use it anymore. Like the disc broke or something, so they can't use it. And that's when it went haywire because they couldn't control it anymore. Jurassic Park.
Yeah, I could see it. I found number 2. Where did I... You can't attack me when you're not in the water. Or can you? What the... Great, now it's just all the plapping.
The plapping?
The plapping.
The plapping.
The plappening.
The plapping.
Yeah.
The plapping.
We're just gonna keep saying that, aren't we?
The plapping. It's a funny word.
I know.
The plapping. Theaters July.
Bless you.
Sorry. Sorry again. Holy shit.
Are we feeling better, or are you still...
Better since yesterday, though.
That's good. God, every time I see the Guardians, I get reminded of the fact that fucking Dream SNP is just like, oh yeah, we built this thing, and it's like it's very clearly they used World Edit, and it was designed by somebody else.
What did they do?
Multiple times they got caught basically stealing somebody else's redstone and claiming it as their own.
Well, I don't want to defend Dream SMP, but I also want to keep my my usual stance of finders keepers.
Well, this was famous streamers and YouTubers acting like they created something when it was clearly obvious they stole it from somebody else.
I mean, haven't you seen the webcomic? I made this.
Yeah. This was like somebody blatantly was stealing stuff, though.
Yeah, that genuinely does suck, though.
Yeah. The funniest part was like somebody had stole like a door design. Which, to be fair, it's like you could just go literally copy like half of Mumbo Jumbo's and just say you just copied Mumbo Jumbo.
So they didn't even bother to like get like a tutorial. They just stole something.
Yes. He just stole a World Edit.
Oh, that's what you. Because I was like confused for a second. Because I thought you meant that they
Now-
were doing like stealing from
They did steal. They did steal the two. He probably stole the world edit is more likely, but
So he was like taking credit for it though.
yes, him. Well, it was a lot of people. It was a few. Any of the people who were like directly friends with Dream.
Yeah, I still really like some of the people from there though. Not Dream though, definitely not Dream.
No. All the hate.
I still watch a lot of Tommy Innit stuff though.
Well, Tommy being like Tommy like completely trying to distance himself from Dream and stuff now is so hilarious.
Yeah.
It's like, yes, nobody else. It's like, what was the joke he did recently where he's just like, yes, finding out that almost all of like you were surrounded by a bunch of pedophiles.
Yeah.
I won that award this year.
Yeah. I also like Randy's really cool too. It seems like.
Well, it was him, Techno, although depending on who you ask about Techno, before he passed away.
Yeah. But like, yeah, like I really like Techno. Like, and I still do.
That's why I said it's like from what I've heard about Techno, it's like nobody can really give like a straight answer on like if he had done anything as bad as Dream.
He
But
definitely didn't do anything as bad as Dream. Like as bad is like it's not hard to be like not as bad as Dream.
It's like, yes, let's fake a speed run just so we can get just so I can claim I made a record, and yet everybody could tell you blatantly cheated.
Most like the controversy for like Technoblade I've seen is that he made like some like weird jokes. Like, not like creepy jokes, just like sort of tasteful jokes. But that's not really. I don't know.
It depends on how that's the thing I've heard. It's like everybody said he's made tasteless jokes. I'm like, as long as he didn't do like completely like
Yeah.
racist jokes and then try to be like, no, it's black comedy. It's like it's dark comedy. You can't be mad at that. It's comedy. No, that's just being racist.
Yeah, I don't think he did anything like that.
I don't think so either.
I noticed that after he died, is that there were a lot of people who were making it a point to be proud of how much they don't care. Like, being like, I do not follow the Minecraft community, so I am not affected by this, and that makes me better.
Yeah, there's always going to be those people. There's always going to be annoyingly those people, and they're always going to be like the worst.
Yeah.
The fact that like half of Hermit, like almost everybody on Hermitcraft called out Dream. It's like, dude, why are you trying to? It's like, first off, we caught you cheating, and it's like, secondly, why are you trying to act like you're better than everybody now? It's like you're a Minecraft YouTuber. It's like the only thing more stereotypical with being a Minecraft YouTuber is the jokes about what Minecraft YouTubers end up being.
When like the recent like drama between like Tommy and Dream, I saw like most of the people who were like defending Dream were just like, well, Tommy's annoying too. It's like, yeah.
Tommy made his whole thing about being annoying, and then he realized, oh crap, nobody likes me being annoying, but I'm going to use that to my advantage.
But the thing is, like, I think that like yes, Tommy like was a little bit weird in that situation, but also he's not like a chronic douchebag like Dream is.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Tommy realized, oh, I'm annoying, but I can market it that. I can make that marketable.
The whole recent drama was because Tommy like intentionally started beef with like I think it was Mizkif.
That whole. Yeah, I stopped paying attention to them after Techno passed away because it's like once Techno passed away, everything just kind of started to crumble.
I mostly just followed up with Tommy and Ranboo, and I followed up with I knew Slime Skull like way before like I even knew about the Dream SMP.
Yeah.
He's just one of my favorite people in general.
Yeah. Let's say I was trying to think of like any other Minecraft servers that we can talk about. It's like, well, we can talk about Hermitcraft. Oh wait, Hermitcraft just had that whole problem with Iskall.
Wait, what happened with Hermitcraft?
Iskall 87. He got caught sending pics to people to women,
Oh,
and then tried to,
no.
and then he tried to claim that it's like, I'm being framed. It's a witch hunt. It's like he's purposely using wording that's just like, you got caught with your pants down, and you're trying to blame everybody else and make them the villain so that you don't look bad. Because it's like his specific wording, I'm like, this isn't somebody who's trying to defend themselves. This is somebody who got caught, and they're just like, how can I make this to where everybody hates Hermitcraft? And then I can go make my own server in a few months.
Did he do that?
He's been quiet for like 2 months. He just made a video like a few weeks ago, like a couple of days ago. He just made a video a couple of days ago claiming that it's a witch hunt. They only gave me 2 hours to like defend myself, so instead of trying to defend myself, I said I was leaving the server, and blah.
Hold on. You need more than 2 hours to defend yourself from that?
That's the thing everybody thought was weird, and of course,
You wouldn't need more than 2 hours.
yeah. And here's the best part. Everybody gave him 2 hours, and even people were still defending him, going, he wasn't sending it to kids. It was like these adult women he sent it to.
Yeah, but that's still non-consensual.
It's still non-consensual, but they cleared it up. They were like, listen, it's still bad what he did, but don't call him a pedo.
Yeah.
It's like, it's still bad what he did, but making it the worst thing?
Yeah, I feel like there's sort of like this weird thing in the Minecraft community now, like in YouTube in general, where people think in order to hate someone, they have to like actually do something really bad. Like I don't know if Dream, like I know we tried to move on from that, but I don't know if Dream actually did like any of like the kid stuff that they're saying he did.
There's actual evidence that he did.
Wait, really?
Yes.
Oh, because what I was about to say was I don't need to know if he did that or not to know that I don't like him, that he's a huge douchebag.
Yeah, no, there's enough evidence that he did do it.
Yeah.
It's like the whole, when he got caught cheating in the speedruns and stuff, it was so obvious that he was cheating that literally everybody's like, mathematically, there is no way you could have done half the stuff you just did.
Yeah.
This isn't like you got somehow lucky. This is, no, mathematically, statistically, you should not have been able to do half the stuff in that speedrun you got in trouble for. That everybody started calling him out for. It's like the only way you could have done that is if you had fudged the numbers and made the game do it for you. And he basically did eventually admit, it's like, yeah, no, I did fudge the numbers, but it's like I had to be entertaining. It's like, you could have just done what you normally do.
Yeah, like that was my thought too. Like you're already pretty good at the game. You don't have to do that.
Which now kind of brings into question all his other speedruns now.
Yeah.
Like, how many of them were actually, like, properly done, and how many were just you saying that was what you did? Where are you, big fish? How the fuck does the big fish disappear? Did it suffocate itself? Nope, found it. I just keep hearing the diddly.
Can you hear stuff on my end?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
But it's Nintendo, and they're usually pretty okay with their stuff being played in most of their music. They're pretty okay with.
Yeah. For some reason, that specifically.
It's they're okay with their music being played. They're okay with you playing the game, as long as it's not an emulated version, which it's really fucking hard to prove if it's emulated or not.
Okay, so I was totally lying earlier. By the way, I'm playing this on my Wii. My Wii that I have connected to my laptop. I don't want you to get in trouble for me doing.
Oh, I'm not doing it. You're doing it.
Yeah, but I don't know if like a mention of it is enough.
So here's the problem: if Nintendo really wanted, hey Nintendo, I'm gonna call you out on this. If you really wanted to stop people from pirating your shit, make better emulators of your old games, or make it to where it's easier to get your hands on the old games.
Yeah, the thing is, I
It's
can't
a
use that excuse because I'm playing Return to Dreamland, which just got a remake. So I just kind of have to live with the fact that I just don't want to pay for it, and that's my only justification.
Well, no, this is the whole thing. It's a supply and demand thing. If you really, really wanted people to not pirate your games, create a supply and demand. Yes, you have the emulators with the Switch. But the problem is the emulators are purposely the crappiest version so that people either have to buy the remake or make it to where people don't want to play the originals, or they have to go find the original hardware and play it. And the problem is, as those games get older, it's going to be less and less copies. Instead of answering the demand, instead of trying to solve the supply problem,
I mean, like, yeah, that's a really smart answer, but I just enjoy stealing, and that's my answer.
honestly, first off, Yarhar Fiddle DD.
Can you repeat that?
Yarhar Fiddle DD.
Yeah, y'all heard it.
I am completely for it. I am. Here's the thing. Fun fact: Sony tried to sue over this years ago. They tried to claim that disk drives in like computers and stuff were pirating. You want to know what the judge's answer was to that? They're like, so how do the disk drives work normally? Oh, well, they copy an emulation of the DVD. So exactly what your DVD drives and stuff do. And they immediately shut up, and the judge is like, I'm throwing this out.
Are you talking about like video games or like their DVDs?
DVDs and Blu-rays. They've tried to sue on that before.
Wasn't there like a whole thing where like Mr. Rogers got involved in something like that, where with they thought like VCRs or something for like PBS was going to be piracy?
Mr. Rogers wouldn't have done. Mr. Rogers, I don't think would have done that. If anything, I could see Mr. Rogers completely encouraging that so that kids could watch it.
No. I mean, like, yes, he did encourage that. That's my point. He was the one who convinced them to like. He was the one who convinced them to allow it to happen, so that like, kids could watch his like shows at any time if they need to.
Well, that's the thing about PBS versus every other station, HBO. When it comes to child entertainment. Basically, everywhere else in the world, hey, education should be easily accessible so that anyone can watch it. Sizzlack, no, I think I'm going to charge it, and because it's not making money, I'm going to cancel a show that has been running longer than probably most people have been alive.
Really though, Sesame Street doesn't have any dragons, so like.
Yeah, but the fact that
dragons and no dragons.
They do.
They don't have any incest, so what's the point?
Well.
Does Sesame Street have incest?
No.
Okay, so yeah, HBO would probably hate that.
Well, HBO. Well, so when I say HBO, it's specifically because it was on because they were only uploading episodes to the app, but it's Warner Brothers.
I am so terrified. My Adventure Time like ruled art is terrified because like I know they probably won't like do it because they have like all these plans.
They have too many. They have too many movies, and also it's too new to stop. Well, the problem is. Aw, thank you, Pokemon. Yeah. They can't. It's too new. There are too many people who recognize it.
Yeah.
Plus,
And they're actually making like a children's show for it. I think like actually 2 kids shows, which
Well-
is really cool since like that was sort of like a whole thing with Adventure Time as it grew up with you.
well, I could picture. So with. Stop it. Fucker. With Adventure Time, the fact that they first off had the very obvious spin-off show they could have done.
Yeah, and they already have like this second season released for it.
Have they already done the two that are supposed to be the reincarnations of Jake and?
Yeah, they're out. Oh no, I thought we were talking about something else. I know there's 4 projects right now. There's Fiona and Cake. There's
Well, we know we're getting another season of Fiona and Cake because that was set up to have another season.
2 children's shows in the works. One that focuses on like a young Finn and Jake, and the one that's like a claymation show with BMO, which looks adorable.
It's BMO. It's BMO, it's gonna be adorable.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever been as excited for a kids show as I am right now.
Well, to be fair, it's that, or I could picture whoever owns Bravest Warriors just like, hey, if you don't let us make this show, we're just gonna buy the rights and start uploading it on Federator.
I don't want the people. Look, I know that Pendleton Ward made Adventure Time.
Mhm.
I saw what happened to Bravest Warriors. I don't want them touching Adventure Time.
I'm just picturing they're just gonna threaten. It's like, hey, if you don't let us finish this, we'll let Pendleton buy it back.
We'll put it in the public domain.
Mm,
I actually don't doubt that they would put it in the public domain since there was like the whole thing of like. No, sorry.
it's right.
Adam Muto, I think, said that like every fan fiction is canon.
There's a few series that are like that where it's just like. There's a few series like, well, I forget which series it was recently where the guy got pissed off. He put it in the public domain, and Warner Brothers or somebody was just like, "No, you can't put that in the public domain." It's like, nah, I made it. I own it.
Wait, what was it?
I don't remember what series it was, but Warner Brothers or somebody's like, no, you don't. It's like, you don't own the rights. So it's like, yes, I do. You guys gave me I own pretty much all the writers' permissions to it. I'm putting it in the public domain because you refuse to give me money for it.
Oh yeah.
So now all the fan fictions are canon. And Warner Brothers tried to sue, and I don't remember where it ended. Yeah, and I was about to say Pokemon. Yeah, with multiverse series, fanfics become inherently canon too. In theory, kinda. It depends on the universe. I wouldn't say fanfiction and MCU could, unless MCU recognized it. But I could see. Honestly, who knows? If this was pre-Disney purchase, I could see them saying, "Oh yeah, no, all fan fiction's canon." Because it's kind of like the Star Wars thing. That was kind of like Star Wars with
Yeah, like Legends had like a bunch of writers.
well, so Legends, what happened is if you gave Lucas enough money, he'd say, "Oh yeah, everything's canon. It's just what flavor of canon."
Yeah.
Because there was like he had like tier levels of canon.
Yeah, I'm not surprised that like I don't know if it was like a money thing, it probably was, but I'm not surprised that like Disney like decanonized Legends when it was like
It
I'm not reading all of that.
it's a mixture of basically a couple of things. For one thing, it's Lucas would give permission to all this stuff, but then he wouldn't copy. He basically, the way he would allow the copyright to work out. Oh yeah, you can. Oh yeah, as long as you pay me, it's like you can say it's an official Star Wars canon thing. We'll just say it's this tier level.
Fuck Luke Skywalker, I don't care.
Yeah. But yeah, that's the whole thing. It's like, yeah, no, it's like you can do all of it. It's like, oh yeah, this is all canon as long as you paid me enough money. I don't care. But the problem is Disney's like, yeah, but he didn't actually give you the copyright. So what ended up basically happening is it's like, yeah, no, he gave you the rights to use the stuff, but he didn't actually give you the rights. And so it led to this annoying situation of they're like, okay, what do we make canon? What do we not make canon? So it's easier to say, okay, we will pick the coolest stuff, make that canon. Everything else is now Legends. And then we'll just let Filoni or whoever's in charge currently just do whatever the hell they basically be like, okay.
I hope whoever real person that I definitely wasn't making up, who wrote the fan fiction of their self-insert fucking Luke Skywalker got to be canon.
To be fair, the only person who made... I don't think anybody has actually made a self-insert yet. I do know there was a fan fiction where that did happen. Or something akin to that happened. Where it was...
I was the guy who tried to fuck Luke Skywalker. I reveal myself now.
Yeah. To be fair, there's a political thing I could talk about with Luke, but I'm like, nope, we're not going there because I could very easily go into the rant about.
We already talked about Dream SMP. We've gotten political enough.
This is the kind of political that's like involving like actual real world politics and not just like low hanging fruit YouTubers that we can easily make fun of. It's like, I could very easily go on a very long political rant. The problem is... The problem...
Stream is over. I can stay in VC and let you talk about it.
Oh, it's just talking about the actor of Lucas and how he went from being a pretty cool guy to... Oh, you're... Yeah. He supports a certain... He supports a certain country right now that's doing some very horrible things.
Oh, is Mark Hamill... Does Mark Hamill... Oh, no.
Yep.
He's like one of my favorite guys.
Yeah. Him and Jack Black.
Oh, no.
Him and Jack Black.
They're both some of my favorite guys.
Yes.
Oh, no.
That's why everybody being like, oh, it's going to be so cool with the Minecraft movie. The Minecraft movie's going to suck. It doesn't matter how much... It doesn't matter how well that movie does. It's going to suck because of that.
Yeah, definitely. Well, at least, like, I'm not going to say anything, but at least I can now confirm where you stand on that, so I don't have to wonder. Like, I didn't think you didn't.
Oh, I can very easily tell you my...
Never know, like, who you're talking to.
There's a very easy way to understand my beliefs. Trans rights are human rights.
Yeah.
And fuck Nazis.
Yeah, definitely.
Fuck a specific orange peel.
Yes, absolutely yes.
Fuck his girlfriend. I mean, Musk. And fuck billionaires.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That all checks out.
Yeah. That. Yeah. It will suck for you because it's not made for you now. You are not the intended audience. I just don't want to support a person who supports genocide, Pokemon. Doesn't matter if the movie was made for me or not. If the main actor that they're making play Steve, the character who should be the main character, supports a fucking genocide, doesn't matter how good the fucking movie is. He's a horrible person.
I feel terrible now because I was like going on like YouTube shorts, like rabbit holes, just watching like Mark Hamill say a bunch of cool stuff lately.
Yeah, he came out in support of that certain country.
I'm gonna look up if he ever like took that back or not.
Even if he took it back, he still openly supported them. He said it with his whole chest kind of support. Yeah. At least with Jack Black, he tried to do the whole, there's good people on both sides, and then he went to, they're being bullies, and that's why they're attacking them, and now it's like, oh, hey, they're wiping an entire, like, race of people off the face of the planet. He's not a good person for supporting that, no matter if he takes it back. If you're going to watch it, Pokemon, go through a certain bay to watch it. Or whoever's the popular one now for that kind of stuff.
You're not talking about doing any Yarhar Fiddly D, right?
Stealing from corporations is morally fine and correct. Especially if they claim digital is not actually owning anymore.
You're not suggesting that we drink up New Hardy's Yo-Ho, do you?
God, I wish I had a fucking pirate hat just so I could slip on.
You could probably just like find like a no background PNG and just talk.
I could very easily. To my knowledge, doesn't excuse his actions. I agree. However, he has ceased support. Yeah, was that after the major? Everybody was blocking him on TikTok and Twitter and everywhere. Because if it was after that, he's not genuinely being supportive. Did it before all that, then okay, maybe I'll give him a shot in a few years.
The only thing that I'm like thinking of is I'm not saying like this would like excuse anything, but like propaganda was going kind of crazy, and I can see like someone like, especially someone like of his age, getting like confused by a lot of it.
That's honestly where I can say, and that's why I said, in a couple of years, if they prove they're actually decent people still, I'll be like, fine, you just believe propaganda. Doesn't mean I'm going to like you in anything anymore, but I'm going to go out of my way to see stuff because you're in it now.
Yeah.
He took it back after smaller criticism upon reflecting. Okay, so he's in the situation. I'll give him a couple of years once everything's died down and once everything that's happening in that country is kind of fixed, kind of over. But right now, it's like I'm not trusting him with a 10-foot pole.
Yeah, I might have to reconsider a few feelings about him now.
Yeah.
I was already like I was like okay with Jack Black, but I wasn't like in love with him, but I was definitely in love with Mark Hamill.
Yeah, and that's the one that hurt more because it's like, you played the guy who fought the Empire. This should be.
Honestly, like in every interview I've seen of him, he's like such a cool guy.
Yeah. That's what hurts more about him than Jack Black. Jack Black always has been kind of. I'm hoping it is Pokemon. I'm really hoping it is.
Like Jack Black, I feel like can kind of like excuse less, just because like Jack Black is kind of like relatively young, and like Mark Hamill's kind of like an old
Well-
man, and like easy to get confused and stuff.
Well, Jack Black's also... Jack Black also is one of those things where he was always kind of... Shallow Hal was kind of his actual personality for a long time, and then he had a rebranding, and that's when everybody started to like him.
Yeah.
So, him still being Shallow Hal does not surprise me.
What does Shallow Hal mean?
It's a movie he did where he was a douchebag. He was so in Shallow Hal.
My mom was talking about when she said like there was a reason why she didn't like Jack Black was because of a movie he was in that might have been it.
So Shallow Hal is this movie where he is this stereotypical dude who's like, I don't date fat chicks kind of thing and all that kind of stuff.
That's definitely the movie my mom was talking about.
Yeah. So that was always kind of his personality, even back during like the early Tenacious D days. And then just out of nowhere he kind of disappears for a while, comes back, and it's like, hey guys, now I'm super family friendly and I'm like the cool funny uncle. So him having a rebrand doesn't surprise me.
Really, like easy in hindsight to see a lot of the stuff he did is just like playing a character for the cameras.
Yeah. And that's the hope, is that that's what I think everybody was hoping for, is like he was just playing a character and now he's kind of chilled out and cool and he's not.
No, what I mean is like that, like his like sort of nice guy personality is like,
Yeah.
like I don't know.
He did say he supported it during the major propaganda push on top of being already not quite there, so it's very likely he wasn't on the right speds. That's why I said he's in the situation of I'll give him a couple of years. Him and Hamill, I'll give them a couple of years. But they're on thin ice.
Not, like, there's no danger of like them actively supporting like,
Yeah.
people.
Yeah. Because right now they're all doing the obvious, denouncing the obvious bad person right now.
The other concern though is that like if you look at the history, I don't know if it's gonna like this has been going on for like decades. I don't know if it's gonna take just a few years.
So
If it does take longer than that, I'm not gonna like complain. I'm just gonna be like I'm just gonna support what I need to support.
So
like
the problem is with Netanyahu specifically, he's not even from fucking Israel. He changed his fucking name.
oh he's what? Oh okay.
Also, fun fact, Israel only became a country after World War II when a bunch of refugees from Germany were looking for a place to hide and said, oh no, these people are attacking us. We need to be our own country so that we can get NATO protection. I wonder what kind of German refugees that could be I'm talking about. Who claimed they were Jewish when they weren't actually. Oh, hey, look at that guy doing a Roman salute over there.
But I understand it's an important thing to talk about.
Yeah. Well, that's the problem, is there's a lot of people were talking about this on Twitter and stuff recently. It's like, nobody talks about politics. I'm like, because everybody's scared of losing followers and shit. And I'm like, fuck it.
Like I had a friend who was pro-Israel, but they said they made it clear the only reason they were pro-Israel is because they thought they would win, and that's like, fuck. Like there's no good reason to support Israel, but that's like definitely like an especially shitty reason.
Yeah.
Like if you know they're bad, but you just know that like, you just think they'll win. And I'm not friends with them anymore. And they like said to me, "You're only supporting Palestine." Oh, sorry. Am I allowed to say that?
Yeah. Fuck it.
You're only supporting it because it's the popular thing to do right now, and you'll just forget in like a few months when people stop talking about it. And I just was like, "Fuck you! I'm not your friend anymore." Like that's literally what the last straw was.
You probably were never friends with them. You probably were never friends with them.
I said that
Mhm.
like I thought popped into my stream from time to time.
Mm-hmm. That might be them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's them. That was the friend I was talking about. And like, I know this is getting a little off topic. They're like they were like a trans girl, but they definitely had a lot of internalized transphobia to work through.
Yeah, that's
Because like, for a while I thought they were just like they were just like some sort of like, you know, like reclaiming that sort of stuff, or like trying to like play it for laughs, and then they started repeating the stuff that they were saying to other trans people, and I was like, oh, I need to get like away from this person.
yeah. There's a lot of trans people where they well,
Like self-loathing and that kind of thing.
self-loathing, but another way to describe it. They want to support the panther eating face party because they hope that the panthers won't eat their face.
Even though the Panthers eating face party has actively said, these are the faces we will eat first.
Yes. With you know. But yeah, I have met him away from the pressure of me. Yeah, know what? I can't fucking excuse though, with zero fucking leniency. What is that, Pokemon? Sorry, I just noticed you were talking. I just noticed you were typing. I didn't answer. I'm sorry.
Sorry, I forgot what I was saying.
We were talking about that, and I think we went on a tangent. I just saw the side of my eye. Pokemon was trying to say something. I think we were talking over them.
I'm sorry, I forgot what I was saying either.
That's just, we kind of zoned out, and we're just like, nope, we've got a whole rant. I have a lot of rants.
Yeah.
The fucking nuts. The what? The NSF flag list that got out? Which flag are we talking about? Nationals. Oh, yeah.
What's the National Science Foundation?
Depending on which thing I'm thinking of, it's like, oh, yeah. Because there's a lot of stuff right now where a lot of science groups are getting told not to talk about stuff. Yeah.
It's always a good sign when the government is telling scientists not to talk about something scientific.
To be fair, this is all Orange Man's revenge trip, because it's clearly obvious he doesn't give two shits right now, and he's just letting Musk and all these other billionaires.
I feel like every action that he's taken just gives you the vibes that he's just like straight up angry. Like that. This is just. He's just angry at everyone and just wants to be like.
They flag and reject women, but not. Yeah. Oh no, sweetie, I'm not surprised at fucking all. Everything's shitty right now. And yeah, that. Yeah. So here's what I'm saying: Orange Man doesn't give two shits what executive orders he's signing, because multiple times now he's been signing executive orders, and he goes, "Which one is this one?" And it's like they have to lean over and explain which one. He's like, "Oh right, this one. All right." He legitimately does not give two shits right now what he's signing. He just is doing a revenge tour. He's letting.
All he cares is that it's hurting the people he doesn't like.
Yes, and it doesn't matter if it's hurting his own people. And that's why a lot of his supporters have been quietly putting their flags away and not wearing his hats anymore.
I mean, good for them, but would it have killed to do that a little earlier?
Yeah, it's like, yeah, yeah, that's cool that you're doing it now. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Fuck you. You had multiple opportunities over the last few years to do this. It's only now that he's actually doing the shit that we said he was gonna. Yeah. It's like, oh look. It's like, oh look, he's doing the shit we said he was gonna do if he got back into office. And you're all like, you're overreacting. It's like, hey look, he did exactly what he said he was gonna do.
I hope those eggs that we didn't even get were worth it.
The sad part is about the eggs, corporations that a lot of the farm corporations have already admitted, yeah, we're fucking customers over because guess what? We actually produce more shit than we actually can sell. We just don't want to be nice and actually sell it and just give it away. We are in a post-scarcity society. And billionaires and fucking corrupt people are just like, no, you have to buy everything.
Yeah, I remember, like, in October, living in a world where I was, like, convinced that I was living in a world where people would do the right thing, even if it didn't seem like maybe the most attractive option to them specifically.
I was in the
They
fucking
would
middle of
still
the
do
paper,
the right
Nami. I
thing.
have done so much research, and now Nami will be immediately fucking rejected. Yeah. Unfortunately, everything is fucked for a while. The hope... So, the main issue right now that's happening is because bureaucracy takes for fucking ever. A lot of the damage that's happening right now is stuff that will eventually get reversed or shot down. The problem is we have to wait the 2 weeks it takes for Congress to do anything to say, no, we're not acknowledging this shit, fuck you.
Yeah.
And by that point, we've already got fucking... The problem is, it's fucking Musk who's the actual problem right now. Trump is...
The thing is, like, Trump is insane and, like, crazy, but Elon Musk is insane and lucid, and that's scarier.
It's... Depending on who you ask, he's not lucid either. He's on fucking ketamine and shit.
You know what the worst part is? I tried that thing that, like, the video showed him doing where he was, like, bobbing his head around at, like, the rally. I tried it, and it felt good.
Which, the Trump thing?
Doing it. What?
What, the head thing Trump does when he bobs his head?
That Elon did, where he twisted his head around in a bunch of weird ways. I'll send you the video. It's insane. It's weird.
Oh, sweetie. Almost everyone in this fucking chat is on Musk's bad side, on principle.
Yeah, I know, but I just have to show, it's the weirdest thing.
Are we talking about he tried to hide it as a Nazi salute?
Oh no, not that. But that's worse.
Oh, that's just...
That's way worse.
Honestly, I feel like knowing Musk, he's not actually a Nazi, but he likes saying he is because he knows it pisses people off.
We would probably just recreate Nazi Germany because it would piss off the libs.
Yep, that's literally... I can picture him doing it just to do that. The problem is, though, we also find out, it's like, oh, your mom purposely moved to South Africa during apartheid and then left after apartheid got removed? Your grandfather owned an emerald mine. Your grandfather on your father's side owned an illegally acquired emerald mine, who has openly said he could easily prove that you owned it, because Musk tried to say, oh, I don't actually own it. My family never owned it. To which point his father came up on... he's like, I'll give $1 million bounty to anybody who can actually prove that fake rumor. His own fucking father says, I'll take that. It's like, I'll take that bet. Your own father hates your ass.
Is his father also a dick, or like?
Yes. Well,
Okay, so it's like a Godzilla thing.
it's a it's a 3 generations of dick, because both his grandfathers are horrible. Because you want to know what his other grandfather was?
Nazi?
Yes. Not even like...
Do I get a gold star for that?
Yes. Not even like, oh, he just was like a neo-Nazi. No. He actually was like a Hitler's youth.
And then Elon got really excited by all the Wolfenstein merch that his grandfather had.
Yeah.
That's a College Humor sketch.
I know. the fact that I have been tempted to play fucking Wolfenstein on here. It's all the Wolfensteins.
I hope I didn't ruin it for you because I hear it's actually a pretty good game.
Oh, Wolfenstein? Yeah, it's a great game. It's a very cathartic game for reasons.
Yeah. Because like not everyone lives in a place where Nazis are easily accessible to punch.
He's sending his Doge operative to me, but they don't know my location because my main operation is not in government records. Oh my god.
Hold on, I have to read whatever just happened.
Sending his Doge operative because they're doing research papers on like trans and like non-binary stuff. And their papers are now going to get denied because of Doge and shit like that.
Oh,
It's fucking funny. So, Doge is Musk's... Because Musk thinks he's the fucking funniest person in the world.
government efficiency, right? I
Yes.
heard that.
He thinks he's fucking funny. This is the reason why he calls...
Funny before you were a Nazi.
He wasn't funny before he was a Nazi. He's always been a Nazi. It's just we never noticed. Now he's a Nazi who claims he has autism.
Before you were a Nazi.
Sweetie.
Actually, he was never funny.
Yeah, that's the thing. He's never been funny. What's happened is everybody just realized, oh, you're a shitty person. You're not some eccentric weird person. You're actually a shitty person.
Howard does corrupt absolutely.
No, he's just a fucking Nepo baby.
Yeah, that's what I mean, though. Like everyone thought that he was like. Actually, yeah, you're right. Never mind. I'm very confused right now.
He's a Nepo baby, which means
Talking about politics, I flunked out of my current events class.
Yeah. I did the one thing he can't get past, sending a removal request because I live on a protected land. Fuck yeah!
Wait, so. Hold on. Are you like reading something? Oh wait, no, I haven't updated. Hold on.
Yeah, I'm reading chat.
Oh, yeah, I had the stream paused, so I wasn't able to read that. I was like
Yeah.
trying to find when you were reading that.
Yeah, I did the one. Yeah. So, Pokemon is just did like the kind of stuff that's like a middle finger.
Hold on. I gotta backread a bit.
There's a lot because I also have music playing, which my bot makes it to where that stuff just gets updated weirdly. So Pokemon has always kind of worked in a lot of like NDA kind of stuff from what they've talked about.
Oh my god, he's a psychopath.
Yes.
Like I knew he was a psychopath, but like he's like
You want
a vindictive psychopath.
both him and Trump are, and that's the problem.
Yeah.
Him and Trump are both vindictive assholes because both of them have been screwed over by people they think are the problem and not their own shitty personality. Because Musk has the ultimate fun problem of he blames Democrats and liberals for why his daughter left him and why his wife left him.
Yeah.
Mind you, do you want to know why he's...
That noise.
Well, no. You want to know the worst part about it?
Yeah.
Musk is that person who has the mentality of, if I think it, I can make it real. But, like, to the point where he thinks he's the fucking messiah.
I read in an interview that he like literally said like, I want the world to be saved, but only if I'm the one who's allowed to save it.
Yes. Musk has that person. Musk literally believes that he is the messiah and that anything he thinks the universe is supposed to bring into existence. So if it doesn't happen his way, he thinks it's the world. It's someone messing with him. It is the reason why he hates the fact that his wife left him for another woman and his daughter came out as trans.
You know, the weird thing is, like there's so much weird shit, but like, you'd think that someone who is like really chill with a lot of weird like sci-fi like weird concepts, like recreating the fucking what's it called, the Torment Nexus
Mm-hmm.
from the book. Don't recreate the Torment Nexus. You'd think someone like that wouldn't have a hard time wrapping their head around someone can like someone, if they like need to, can change their gender. You'd think that wouldn't be a huge problem.
The problem is he's a billionaire, which means concepts of empathy are lost on him.
I've like seen interviews where he talks about his daughter like she's dead,
Yes.
and then a bunch of comments treating his daughter like she's dead, but she's not dead, and she's kind of awesome.
Oh, sweetie, that's what we're talking about. His daughter came out as trans, and it literally broke his fucking universe. I'm talking to Pokemon. It broke his entire concept of the universe because he's like, no, the universe is supposed to do as I say, and you're supposed to do as I say because I'm a rich person, so you're supposed to do what I say. And the fact that his daughter keeps getting dragged into all this bullshit, she's just like, I just want to live happily without being bothered by the fact that my dad's a piece of shit.
Like, good for her though for like breaking out of that.
Yeah.
Because like I think as we've seen with Trump's kids, like it's
Oh.
very easy to get wrapped up in that as a kid of someone like that.
So that is blame Trump's daddy and grandpa. Trump's daddy and grandpa encouraged him to be the vindictive bully that he is. Because, fun fact, Trump's oldest brother was supposed to inherit the Trump family legacy. But he didn't want that. So, Trump's brother left. He unfortunately got addicted to drugs and a few other things. Started to get clean. Went back to daddy going, hey, I don't want to take over the company, but can you give me some work? So, his dad, instead of just being like, yeah, son, you're the prodigal son, will be nice. I'm not going to give you the best job in the company, but I'll do this. He put him in like the shittiest positions. He made Trump bully the shit out of him when he was younger. Because Trump was already kind of a bully before then, but like, what happened is daddy sees Trump doing this and daddy goes, yeah, keep doing that. I like that.
Yeah, that's the thing about like a lot of like conservative far right like viewpoints, or like how they express them. It's schoolyard bully shit.
The best way to describe it is they lack empathy.
Yeah. Like,
They
if you, like,
purposely...
read half of, like, the
Yeah.
transphobic shit on Twitter, it reads exactly like the kind of shit that like someone would say, like the schoolyard bully would say in like a stereotypical like middle school like movie.
Yep.
But like worse. Like
And-
on steroids.
And that's the thing. Most conservatives just lack empathy. And the problem is there's...
That never grew out of that phase.
Yep. That's why Trump likes them, because they like him. Trump hates their guts because he thinks they're beneath him. But he loves the fact that they love to kiss up to him.
Yeah.
Because do you know how many times...
Trump doesn't hate really.
No,
Because I don't think like
he doesn't even like his own kids.
he hates his family. He clearly hates like his cabinet members too.
Well, his cabinet members are all... The only reason he likes his cabinet members...
One of them killed.
Yeah, the only reason he likes his cabinet members is when they give him money and say he's the smartest person in the room.
I don't think he's ever genuinely loved somebody.
Nope. This is the problem, especially with billionaires. They lack empathy. Conservatives, you can...
The point on that is that like, oh sorry, you were gonna say
Yeah.
something. I have to learn to not interrupt as much.
It's we're having a conversation where it's very easy for us to talk over each other. So, billionaires especially lack empathy. Conservatives lack empathy, but they don't. But the version of empathy they lack is just more taking the time to understand somebody. Billionaires lack empathy because they believe they're better than people.
My mentality, and I like to say this for a while. Humans are pack animals. Like that's like our nature. We function in groups. We function in packs. When you become a billionaire, your pack is like for most people, their like pack is like their community, their family, and sometimes just the entirety of humanity. But when you become a billionaire, your pack just becomes other billionaires.
And the problem is,
Only other people you care about.
and the worst part is, billionaires hate each other because they want what the other billionaire has.
Yeah, like that's like the whole thing, and like you see that in like wolf packs too. Like there's always gonna be some kind of struggle, but everyone like kisses up to like the alpha or whatever.
And here's the even better part: there is no such thing as fucking alpha theory.
Yeah, I know. It's weird. That
The
people think that.
yeah, and the whole point of that is because the guy who proved the guy who created alpha theory, was studying. Because we can talk about something that's a little bit less political, but somehow still adjacent. He was studying wolves in a zoo. And those wolves in a zoo were acting like, well, how alpha theory goes, where the strongest will try and overpower everybody. When in reality what was happening was they were just trying to establish a territory. And then whichever one like dominated the territory is what the rest were just kind of like, well, we're stuck here. So we're just going to keep all fighting each other trying to see who controls this territory. Because then, as soon as he goes out... Because as soon as this guy went out into the middle of the woods, he's like, wait a minute. The ones that I thought were alphas are just appearance. And it's just them, like, keeping their puppies and stuff in line.
Yeah, like I don't know why it's so surprising that like the whole like that the animal hardwired like by nature to be loyal and loving to their own kind is loyal and loving to their own kind.
Yeah.
That's their whole deal.
But that's the thing, is the problem is, by the time he had done the research to reconfirm it in the wild, it was too late because his stuff had already been brought into the public zeitgeist.
That's the first time. You don't need to hear about this. I created a gym blog.
Yeah. That's pretty much it.
Set up for me.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Is they just... All these people were just like, but this goes against the whole mentality of what we have that you told us, you said.
Could our mentality be wrong? Nah.
Nah, that would mean we'd have to admit we're horrible people.
But yeah, I still stand sort of by like the viewpoint of like when you're a billionaire, your pack becomes other billionaires.
And
Those are the only people you care about.
oh, they don't care. This is the worst part.
Are part of your community.
This is the best part. Billionaires don't like other billionaires. They love screwing each other over. You can see it all the time.
Yeah.
I think the best way to describe it is the only reason Trump lets Musk do what he does right now is because he sees Musk as this billionaire who is desperate to get his attention. So he's just like, well, he keeps giving me money, so obviously I'm going to let him do whatever he wants.
It's convenient for him.
Yeah.
That's what I've noticed, like a lot of like that sort of like mentality, that like sort of conservative mentality is about. It's about convenience ultimately.
Yep.
Like, I feel like part of me thinks that the whole reason why the whole stigma against transgender people started is because some conservative who knew how to talk to the right people to get rumors started didn't like the fact that they had to learn genders and just decided I'd rather ostracize this entire group of living, breathing people than have to inconvenience myself.
You want to know what's sad? It's kind of that. It's more along the lines of fascists need a boogeyman, and trans people are the easiest boogeyman.
The whole, that was actually, I'm not gonna say that.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, wasn't that the whole reason why, Hitler was definitely, anti-Semitic, but it was also because he needed, a scapegoat.
Yes.
Whenever something went wrong, in, his regime, that was his fault, he could say he was the Jews.
Yep. that is the whole point of fascism. Is fascism needs a scapegoat.
Like, I read Animal Farm. I know about the whole thing with, like, Snowball being Trotsky.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But that's the whole thing with fascism, is it needs a bad guy. It needs a boogeyman.
Like, the thing that sort of, like, reinforced, like, my whole viewpoint of it just being about convenience is the whole reason Trump got, like, elected in the first place. Because, like, yes, I feel like the other side would have, like, made everything better for everyone, including people who are, like, marginalized, especially people who are, like, marginalized. But that wasn't convenient for people.
Yeah.
Because they would rather have eggs for themselves than happiness for other people.
Well,
They are not.
the other problem is the person he was going up against.
And who,
The first election was Hillary.
yeah.
Hillary Clinton was Hillary Clinton was the worst pick. It's like you're choosing the one person that is literally hated on both sides because she's a shitty person. But she just gave enough money to the DNC for the DNC to go, yes. Even though you had somebody who actually wanted to do change and actually wanted to do the right thing. That the public wanted. Like, we had people on the right and left who wanted Bernie and a couple of the other more air quotes extreme left. Because here's the funny thing about Bernie. He's considered a Republican in other countries. Or at least he's considered a moderate in other countries.
Yeah.
When our best hope is a guy who's
I think you cut out.
is considered our best hope, you know we have a fucking problem.
Yeah.
But that was the whole thing. The DNC purposely screwed over Bernie because they're just like, no, we want Hillary because we want another sort of like win like with Obama where it's like, oh look, it's the first person of color. Now we have the first woman. And that's kind of the same problem with Kamala, is they were trying to do that instead of actually having her run on her merits, because she at least had some decent merits.
Yeah, definitely.
For the most part. There's a whole rant about her too, where she was just like, oh look, it's just Biden with a different coat of paint. But that's a whole different conversation. Her whole failing is she tried to appeal too much to the right.
Yeah.
She tried to appeal too much to the right, leaning like, see, I can do say the same stuff, and it's like, they don't want you. I get your mentality of wanting to do that, but they don't want you.
They want the leopards to eat their faces.
Yes.
You do not look like a leopard.
You do not look the kind of leopard they want.
According to some people, you apparently look like a hyena.
Which is
That
even...
really gets them going for some reason.
They also don't like furries, so of course they can use that as an excuse to be anti-furry too.
Oh, I've mostly just seen, like, people liking that for weird reasons.
People are weird. People are weird. I try not to figure... There's a certain point where I'm just like, I'm not going to try and figure this out.
Yeah.
There's enough weirdness going on in this world trying to figure out why that's a thing.
I don't know if I really feel comfortable talking about this much anymore. Like, I honestly, like, want to, like,
Yeah.
be on, like, the right side and everything, but also, like, I don't know if I'm educated enough to not have, like a bad opinion or something, and I just don't really... I don't know.
I know, this is the problem, is like, both sides are really shitty right now. So it's not easy to say, oh yeah, this one's the obvious good one, this one's the obvious bad one. It's like, oh. Yeah. Trust me, I have a lot more rants about the obvious bad people And we could easily rant about those all night. Because now we're getting into the nuanced conversations, and that's like... Nuance is where that gets into fights. This is also the other reason why a lot of YouTubers don't like to talk about politics, because it leads to these conversations where it's like, nobody's happy by the end of politics.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, a lot of YouTubers...
How's the Minecraft going? I turned off stream because my phone battery was going low.
I'm still just trying to sponge out this fucking place. The problem is I'm dealing with... I'm trying to drain out enough water to where there's not many spawning, so I can just kill the...
So like when you go back to something that like you grew up with and it's not as good as you thought it was.
Yeah.
I don't think I like 2D Kirby as much as I thought I did.
Yeah, 2D Kirby has... 2D Kirby is one of those games where it's like... Oh, right, this is...
I am having fun, but like levels go slowly.
Yep.
I just got done beating Sonic Mania, and that's like a completely different game.
Well, to be fair, Sonic Mania was more of a fan game. Wait, Sonic Mania the one that was made by fans?
I like going fast and stuff.
To be fair, that's what tomorrow might be if I don't do Rivals. Is going to be Sonic Adventure 2.
Can you repeat that?
It'll be Sonic Adventure 2 tomorrow.
Oh, for stream?
Yeah, we'll be finishing up the villain side.
Actually, I might do a little bit of the villain side myself because I was meant to get on that. I've only completed the hero story.
I have completed it before, but on GameCube.
I bought the game actually, like I played the game a year after it because I didn't realize when I got the game, like I was like, wow, things are like really like, this game's really difficult, this game's like going really fast. What I didn't realize was that Sonic Adventure 2 was not supposed to run at the frame rate that a gaming laptop in 2023 can run. So it was running twice as fast as it was supposed to, and I didn't realize it until the second level, after going through like hell to get through the first one.
Yeah, that might be why the game kind of has some weird floaty moments for me. That could explain some stuff. To be fair, my joke for the entire time I've been playing is, it's like, no, we're not going back and playing for the Chow Garden, I swear.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you something, like, I know we just got done talking a lot of politics, but I think this might be the thing that makes you hate me more than anything else.
You don't like the Chow Garden?
I got really bored of the Chow Garden really fast.
And to be fair, it's not for everybody.
Like, it was one of those things where I felt obligated to.
Well, here's the problem.
Like, I felt bad for, like, the little angel beings that I was supposed to take care of.
Yeah, you wanna know the sad part? If you want to 100% the game, you have to get two of the medals are locked behind the Chow Garden.
I'm not 100%ing this game.
Do you want to play Green Hill Zone in 3D?
I have never 100%ed any video game that I've ever played in my entire life.
I'm debating on actually 100%ing this, because there's certain times where I'm like, oh yeah, I'm going to 100% this, and then I'm like, oh, right.
At one level, I thought I was going to 100% the complete saga, like a Star Wars, and then there was the bonus levels where you have to play through the original pod race and the original gunship level, and I didn't want to fucking do that.
Well, to be fair, I'm remembering a few things about... Here, I'm just going to take the fucking gold blocks right now. I'm just going to hide in this little hole. To be fair, it's not that Sonic Adventure is hard, it's that I have to figure out how to beat the game and get the freaking A ranks on every level.
Dude, absolutely not. I've gotten like D ranks on most of them. And it sucks too when I'm like, I think I did pretty good on that level, I'm definitely improving at this game, and then it still says, barely made it.
Yeah, unfortunately, the game's way you do your whole points is basically you have to make sure you have like 100 rings. You have to complete it in under a certain amount of time, and I forget what the third thing is.
Yeah, the ring bonus is what really fucks me up.
Well, most of the Sonic levels, it's really easy to do the 100. It's the fucking Knuckles levels.
I don't feel like ruining the Knuckles levels for me because they're my favorite part of the game so far.
They're a lot of people's favorite part. The Knuckles and Rouge levels are that motherfucker.
Uh, I was actually surprised by the fact that I didn't really hate any of the levels in the game. Like there were definitely levels to have fun with, but those levels like had like merit to them. Like Crazy Gadget was one that I like fucking hated playing through.
See, the problem is I know how to speedrun Crazy Gadget, so it never really bugs me.
Yeah, like actually that was the one where I did end up catching your stream and you were going through that and like war flashbacks from like a week ago.
Well, that's the problem. Is I'm trying to remember my speedrunning tricks because I used to know how to speedrun that level. I'm like, why the fuck are none of these working?
Yeah, but I was playing through it for the first time, so imagine my surprise when I kept like trying to be careful, and then it turns out there's a bottomless pit concealed by the wall that I fell into 3 times.
Yeah, fair. See, the problem is the more water.
It's a really long level too.
Well, yeah. So the further back, the longer into the games you go,
Though, like, oh sorry.
yeah, it's just the longer into those games you go. Oh fuck, I forgot I don't have the fucking milk. Those are those games where the longer you go into the story, they purposely stretch those missions out and stuff.
Yeah, like I could get that though. Like I appreciate Crazy Gadget for what it is. I like that it's a really hard level. I just didn't like playing it. But I genuinely would rank it like high in like the list of levels though, just because of how like nightmarish it was. Like I genuinely enjoyed that.
There's somebody on YouTube, I forget where they are, and I need to go see if I can find their videos, where they talk about like Crazy Gadget and a couple of other different levels. They talk about all the different levels in the game, and everybody either loves Crazy Gadget or they hate it.
I hate it so much that I love it.
Yeah.
The previous level with Tails, that I forget the name of, that one can burn in hell forever.
Yeah.
I do not like that one. Yeah, I was sort of surprised, especially in hindsight, like how much people hated like the Tails levels, because like I didn't mind them, but at the same time,
Well, here's the
back, I get it. Those were definitely like the weakest points.
Here's the funny thing. They're the most hated level, but literally the Eggman level fixes every problem with them. It's the weirdest fucking thing. It's like, why is it the Eggman level work? It's almost like they were trying to make the dark levels first. They were trying to make the dark levels first, but they were wanting you to play the heroes first.
Maybe like Sonic Adventure 2 was originally meant to be like Sonic Adventure 1, but they like flipped it around so there were like 6 villains to play as.
I'm almost wondering if it would not surprise me if that was the case. Is they were wanting it to be, if they were wanting it to be basically the situation of, hey, we want to play more like the dark levels. The problem is, we have to make the levels for the heroes just different enough that people will play both story modes and not feel like we're just using the same stuff on both sides.
I did genuinely like, I heard like some like bad things, because you hear bad things about every 3D Sonic game. And I was surprised there really wasn't a level that I could like point to and say like, there was nothing good about this one.
Sonic Adventure.
The Tails level that I hated had like a cool aesthetic.
That's the thing about the Sonic Adventure. Sonic Adventure 2 is considered like the pinnacle of 3D Sonic games.
From what I've heard, Colors is meant to be the pinnacle of 3D Sonic
Well,
games.
so originally,
I don't get Colors. I feel like a lot of the game just kind of plays itself.
yeah.
And the parts that you do get to play are kind of agonizingly slow.
What I should say is this: for the longest time, Adventure 2 was considered the best Sonic 3D game. And then, like, Colors and a couple of others have come out. Some people...
And then a bunch of whiny YouTubers happened.
Yeah. Well, and then Forces happened.
Yeah,
But what's even funnier is Forces' story is canon.
I feel like you missed one.
What?
I feel like you missed a particularly infamous one.
Which one am I purposely forgetting?
I feel like you're kind of leaving. You mentioned like a few other 3D Sonic games that are pretty infamous. You didn't mention like the one.
But I know Shadow. Well, some people like to meme on Shadow.
Wait, did you mention 06 yet?
Okay, so here's the problem with 06. 06 had bad mechanics. The story was decent, just weird. Mephiston.
If they ever remake 06, they gotta make Elise like one of the furry characters, right? Like
They have to make her a furry character, or at least make it, or at least make her not a love interest for some reason.
I do appreciate though the sort of like Avengers Infinity War thing they tried to do with like all the characters.
Yeah, that's why I said it's like from what.
It's like they even brought like Blaze in, and wasn't Blaze like I forgot if Blaze was like the storybook character thing or like
No.
from Sonic Rush.
She is from one of the Game Boy or DS games, and her whole thing.
Or, like, everyone is here sort of thing.
Well, her whole thing is she's basically Sonic from a different. She's literally one of the Sonic but different dimension situation.
See, now why didn't we get to see her more? Because I didn't know that, and fucking awesome, and I want to know more.
The IDW comics go over it a little bit more because this is the problem. Is she was in a weird situation where she's introduced around the time the Archie comic stopped being a thing.
So I forget which comic is which. Is this the kind of thing where I'm gonna have to expose myself to Ken Pender's writing?
Those are the Archie comics.
Okay. Yeah.
Archie's no longer canon. There are aspects of Archie comics that are canon.
Didn't they hate it so much that they literally called in fucking Mega Man to decanonize it?
Yes.
Like they had like the whole Mega Man like collab that ended with them like killing all the
So-
characters.
So
That's the most hilarious thing that I've ever heard.
So they reset the universe. So they literally reset the universe, and then because nobody really liked the Archie, they didn't renew the Archie comics. So they basically said, okay, no, the Archie comics are no longer canon. We're gonna go work with IDW and a couple of other groups. They're gonna make these comics. IDW became the most popular. And then what they did is with IDW, they brought in the writers from the IDW games to help write for the IDW comics to help write for the games. And I don't remember if it's where it which one is the start of the IDW stuff. I think it's Colors. It's Colors or something like that. Because it's Colors, then it's Forces, then it's Frontier. And because Forces is canon, because after Eggman gets defeated in Forces, he loses his memory and becomes Mr. Tinker for a little while. Mr. Tinker's a good guy. Mr. Tinker is Eggman if he wasn't a villain. He's this old man who likes to help people. He builds toys and stuff for kids.
Awesome. Why can't he be that guy?
Because Dr. Starlight.
Who the fuck is Dr. Starlight and where does he get off?
Dr. Starlight was Eggman's biggest fan.
Oh, where does this motherfucker get off?
He thought Eggman was this brilliant, bright genius. Which he is. He is a terrifying fucking genius. It's just he acts like a fucking idiot.
Yeah, wouldn't it be crazy if in real life, I hate to bring it back, but wouldn't it be crazy if in real life there was a guy who was probably like lauded as a genius, is actually a huge fucking idiot and a psychopath.
Well, the difference is Eggman is actually so smart he acts like he's an idiot. That's the scary part about Eggman. He acts like he's an idiot.
Versus being so much of an idiot that you act like you're
Yeah.
smart.
Yeah. Eggman purposely holds... So, Eggman actually does say this after he gets his memories back in the comic. He's like, Sir, it's like, you could easily defeat Sonic right now. Why don't you? Oh, because it wouldn't be fun. Because I want...
He's like the Jonkler.
No, here's the best part. He explains it. He goes, if I defeat Sonic now, because Sonic is still only like 16 or 17. If he defeats Sonic at his weakest, it's like, everybody's going to be like, you didn't beat Sonic at his strongest. You'll never know how strong he actually could have been. Which means nobody will actually respect him as the conqueror. He wants Sonic to be at his peak so that he can defeat him at his peak.
And somehow Sonic hasn't reached that yet.
Yes.
Even though he's done like all this shit.
And that's the thing. Eggman knows that his peak is probably further than even something Sonic's aware of.
Like, I just imagine, like, every time, like, Eggman gets beaten, just being like, you have to roll, and you have to wait, you have to...
Sonic, well, he says this. It's like, I could at any time carpet bomb him. But where is the fun in that? I could carpet bomb him and all his friends in his little HQ. The little HQ for the Resistance.
Oh, is this, like, the Sonic, like, Satam, like, timeline or whatever?
It's After Forces. So After Forces, all his friends... It's After Forces, so they're all together kind of... After they defeated Eggman the first time, they create this group called the Resistance Headquarters, and what they do is they help groups that are being, like, after natural disasters and stuff like that, or a bunch of other things. More resistance against just, like, there's other villains than just Eggman in the comics. But Eggman's the main one. Because then there's the... That was...
Good guy. And then this asshole, Dr. Starlight, had to be an asshole.
And give him his memories back. Actually, the best part is, I don't even think Starlight succeeded in giving him his memories back.
Wait, really?
I think
He's
what...
still a good guy, right?
No, here's the best part. So, how he got his memories back is Starlight's basically doing everything but torturing him. He actually is torturing him to get his memories back. It's not...
Asshole.
Well, he's like, don't you want to know who you really are, basically? And so basically that's what he's doing. So it's not until fucking Metal Sonic walks in, and that's what's is the finally catalyst to bring Eggman back to reality, is seeing Metal Sonic. Because Metal Sonic is basically like the girl in Frontiers. They're both his kids. He actually considers them like kids versus the rest of his robots that are just robots. Because the thing is, with Metal Sonic, it doesn't matter how often...
About that story. It sounds super interesting to, like, give, like, Eggman, like, a sympathetic motive, I guess.
Well, so after Frontiers, we do know Eggman... So that whole thing of Eggman is like, I wanted to defeat him at his strongest and blah, 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 blah. That's not actually the case. Eggman knows if he ever actually defeats Sonic, he'll never truly be happy. If he defeats Sonic, he'll never actually be happy, because he'll always want a challenge, and he'll never have the same kind of challenge he gets from anybody else.
Because he's a genius.
That's the thing. He knows Sonic is like the only one who can actually like defeat him. And it's like,
He's product tested.
basically. But here's the problem. Starlight doesn't like that realization. Starlight kind of figures that out in a different way. Because he's like, you're never going to defeat him. So what Starlight does, Starlight goes, so the problem is all, because the IDWs keep the canon of he puts animals in robots to power them. Starlight goes, you know, I'm going to try this. How about we put a robot inside an animal? And so what he does is he creates his own version of basically Metal Sonic and Metal Tails. But they're not Metal Sonic and Metal Tails. They're Surge, and I forget the Kitsune's name.
Surge?
Yes. Surge is from the IDW comics.
So was Surge like a Tails or a Sonic like robot person?
So she is what's called a Tenric. She's called Surge the Tenric. You want to know what a Tenric is?
What's a Tenric?
It's a fake hedgehog.
Oh.
It's an animal that looks like a hedgehog, but is not.
So now there's like 3 fake hedgehogs.
The other one doesn't exist anymore.
Shadow?
Shadow's not a fake hedgehog, so his whole backstory is interesting.
They call him a fake hedgehog canonically in Sonic Adventure 2.
They call each other Faker because here's the funny thing. They call each other Faker. Do you want to know what Shadow was created for? In canon, there's a mural in Sonic 2 or 3, or it's Sonic and Knuckles. In Sonic and Knuckles, there is this mural of a hedgehog fighting this ultimate evil. Dr. Gerald Robotnik, Eggman's grandfather, sees this mural and decides he needs to create this entity to stop this evil thing from coming. Because I think it's supposed to be, I think it's now canonically, that's supposed to be Black Doom.
But Black Doom helped them create him.
Basically trick Black Doom into giving him the thing that'll let him defeat Black Doom.
Oh. So why was Gerald Robotnik like executed then?
Because he was basically doing experiments with shit he shouldn't have been doing.
He's a scientist. What is he supposed to do?
There's no like proper canon explanation for why they did it, other than just
Experimenting is shit you're supposed to experiment is boring. I told the same thing to my science lab teacher before I got suspended. People never listen to me about these things.
I'm trying to remember exactly why. Like the government didn't like the fact that he was doing something, and that's basically why. And so they killed him. They were arresting him and unintentionally killed Maria. And so when they killed Maria, he's just like, "Oh, you killed my granddaughter. Fuck you. I'm going to now use this thing I was going to use to save you all to destroy the world." And then Shadow finally grows a conscience and goes, "I should probably not kill people. Because this guy who really likes chili dogs told me it's a bad thing to do." Where the fuck's the big one?
I feel like Shadow can work in a lot of different personalities and a lot of different archetypes and do so really well.
So this is the funny thing.
Weird that so many fanfics fucking blunder that.
Well, here's the best part. In IDW comics, of all characters to probably understand Surge the best, it would be Shadow. But they hate each other's guts on precedence. Surge is fucking batshit insane because she has been tortured and brainwashed for...
They put a robot into a human creature and that's Surge, right?
Yes. Well, that's how he describes it. Basically what he did is he just wiped this person's memories and gave her, superpowers and shit.
And who's the Tails one?
I forget his name. I think it's just Kit. He's a Kit Tsunami. So Surge's whole thing is she can control electricity and use it to create bolts and stuff, and use it to speed herself up almost as fast as Sonic.
And where does Charlie the Bee fit into all this?
He's just I don't remember how he fits exactly in the IDW comics. All I know is that the fucking Gator and
He can die happy tomorrow.
Hmm?
I was doing a snap cube joke.
Yeah.
Yippee, I can die happy tomorrow.
Yeah, I don't in the IDW comics. I don't know how he fits, but the best way to describe it, all I know is his friend Vector and Cream's mom are dating, or at least they're implied to be dating. So yes, one of the
I'm just gonna like create like a headcanon in my head before you tell me anything else about her. Cream's mom is an IT tech person, right? Because then she can show him where the computer room is. You can laugh. It's okay to laugh.
you didn't hear that. That was a good one.
What did you do?
That was I just sighed on it. That was a good one.
Oh, okay. I'm glad.
But yeah, yeah, Cream's mom's name is Vanilla. So, canonically, Vector has a crush on her. So yes, Vector the Gator has a has a thing for MILFs.
Family tree forming here.
It, fuck, we don't know if Sonic's two siblings are still canon either.
Is Sonic still raised by an owl in the IDWs?
His backstory is a little bit more vague in the IDW comics, which is probably better because Eggman's is also vague. We know Gerald and everything's still canon.
He was like he and his brother got shot down from the stork by like a wizard, and they got together like a bunch of like dinosaurs to help them, right?
It's something weird like that.
I was just describing Mario's backstory.
I'm not surprised.
I don't know if you've noticed, but a bit that I do constantly to the point where it gets annoying is intentionally misunderstanding things or intentionally saying the wrong thing when talking about something.
Listen, it's Sonic. Sonic has enough different fucking backstories. It wouldn't surprise me if they purposely did a joke to make fun of Mario.
Are Ray and Mighty involved?
Ray and why does that name sound familiar?
They're the Flying Squirrel and Armadillo that were like forgotten characters that were added as like DLC characters in Sonic Mania.
No, they're kind of only in the old Sonic timeline.
Have you seen like the cartoons for Sonic Mania?
Yeah, they're cute.
Yeah, I wish they had done like a whole thing like that. That would have been so cool. Like I love like when Sonic and his friends are like just being cute. That's so cool to me.
Yeah,
I actually was wondering like if there was ever like meant to be like a successor to Sonic Mania. I think what would be interesting if they did like sort of like a hand-drawn art style like the Sonic Mania cartoon.
honestly, yeah, I would actually like it if we had like an IDW comic series, and also a like something like that because that would be cute to have both.
But I do kind of prefer when like Sonic and his friends and like all the characters just don't sort of talk.
Well, that's the older games. The newer games, it kind of makes more sense to have them talk.
I mean, like I thought you were talking about like a Sonic.
Yeah. No, as the Mania stuff, yeah, no, that makes sense.
Yeah.
What I'm talking about is with IDW having like a series based off of that to catch people up on what the hell's going on.
I just meant like I would think it would be like because like I think like I know like the pixelated like sort of like retro style of the game is like a huge selling point.
Yeah.
But I feel like you know that we have like Sonic Superstars and like all that, and we know that like sort of like the 3D models aren't really working. I think like a cool art style would be to go for like full like not cell shaded, like hand drawn animated like levels like drawn out and stuff.
It could work.
What I'm saying is I want video game developers to be paid less to work more. I don't.
No. honestly, there are so many cool. Honestly, the coolest concept I have for a Sonic thing I've wanted to see done is remaking all the adventure series, but like just properly remaking the adventure series and not just the Steam release of it.
I've been holding on to this one like idea of an animated Sonic game in my mind for like years. Actually, no, like a month. Not a years. Why did I say years?
See, the problem is we keep talking about Sonic, and eventually Jackal's gonna pop up.
Who's Jackal?
He's a mutual of ours who does art and things. He's also a really big Sonic fan. To be fair, I haven't popped into one of his streams in a while either, so we probably won't see him very often.
Is it okay if I mute real quick and just get a drink?
Go ahead.
I'm talking a lot. My throat's so dry right now.
Listen, I forgot to make a cup of water.
I'm back.
Fucking Guardian keeps sniping me as I'm trying to break a block.
Oh yeah.
It's like, ooh, look, you're gonna break it? No. Yeah. Heck, I still love the fact that in Sonic Generations they were trying. It's like they just to be like, well, Sonic 06 is technically still canon. What do you mean it's still canon? Well, we're gonna have Shadow fight whatever the Mephiles or whatever his name is. Mephiles. The cool looking evil Shadow Sonic thing.
Memphis, Tennessee.
Yeah.
And he's part lizard.
Well, he's like he's part sun god kind of thing. He's just like two parts of this one god sort of deal.
My name is Memphis, Tennessee, and I'm part lizard.
Listen, it's Sonic 06. All I remember is that fucking Sonic 06 has like the weird time travel shenanigan bullshit.
I keep knocking over the chairs because I get so tilted at the towers. Have you watched this stuff, Connor?
Yes.
Okay. I just want to make sure I wasn't talking like absolute like.
No, when I catch that you're doing them, it's like, oh, right. Because like I'm used to the Sonic Adventure 2 one, which has like all the best fucking jokes.
Look, you hear Eggman's announcement like one too many times. You just want to make a Memphis, Tennessee joke.
I know. Listen,
It is sort of frustrating whenever like there's like a show that's like known for like one joke, but like there's so many other jokes.
oh, there's so many good jokes. The funny thing is TikTok loves to use the "Hey, it's me."
Yeah, Bing Bong. Hey, what's up? You're doing a bad job.
Swear to God, there's somehow a fourth fucker in his place. It'll be funny. I do know there is another I do know where there's two more temples that are almost like right on top of each other. And I'm like, I should build the thing here. Then I actually have to build a portal fucking transportation. That's gonna be really dumb. Whereas this is like right outside my base.
I've only ever beaten this game with a friend, and I've never built like an iron farm or anything. And I've been playing this game for like 12 years.
Yeah, I've been playing this game when Notch Apples used to be called Notch Apples.
Damn.
I used to play this game when the guy called Syndicate Project used to be a thing.
Cool guy.
Hmm.
I was playing this game before Notch went batshit insane.
Yeah. I think the first official version I played was whatever the Xbox version was.
I played the Xbox 360 version, the one before
Yeah.
they added the jungle.
Yeah. That's the one I played too. I played on the Xbox 360.
Yeah, we might have played like the exact same version then.
Yeah, that was my first version because that I think was a lot of people's first version during that time.
We're on the subject, and before I forget, I've been meaning to do this for literal years, and I keep forgetting. Where is my mouse? I'm downloading one of the TU7 world, the Tutorial 7 world, because that's the one I grew up with, and it's been so long, and I want to see it again.
I think it actually might be broken now. I'm gonna spectator and go back to base and sleep. I think I think it might do some weird spawns now, but I know the redstone still works because it's yeah.
I don't care if you're right. I just don't do this to me.
I think the redstone stuff will still work. I think some of the generation will just be a little weird.
Don't do this. Don't. Just let me be disappointed in myself. Don't make me afraid.
I'm just giving you preemptive warning.
I haven't been happy since I was 8 years old.
Alright, fine. I told you, it should work. It just might have some weird spawn stuff. Sorry, I just read a name for something that somebody posted, and I'm like, I'm gonna listen to that later.
I have to actually figure out how to open a file in Minecraft.
Let's see what time is it. This is the nice thing when I don't have to go to work till like 7. Actually, like sleep in and actually like stream. Oh, you've only been watching me in the sea base. You've only been watching me in the sea base. In the sea temple.
I feel I used to think that I was like a really good builder in Minecraft, but that's only really in creative mode.
Well, here I was about to say. I just realized I've been at the sea. You can actually see where the ocean monument is.
But that does remind me, actually, when I had a server that I set up with some friends, I built like an entire like full size like the AT-ATs from Star Wars in my base.
Nice. So yeah, trying to find a good angle because I'm not the best of builders. Because this was kind of loosely based off of a Wells Knight design. There's a lot of green. I should probably cut those down. Yeah. It's like, oh look, simple little shack with some maybe automation. I'm trying to work on an underwater thing here. All that just to get to my nether portal, because I just don't want to move my nether portal across the lake. Oh, I just realized I have more. I have enough now. I can actually finish this room. At least this part of the floor. I need more copper. I don't try and act like I'm a good builder or a redstoner. I just know that it's like, hey, as long as I can do some decent stuff, it might look cool. Someone is texting me, and I don't know if I should be looking or if I should be concerned. Am I going to be concerned? Am I, Nero? Yeah, so who the hell messaged me? Because Nero said he was already... That message from an hour ago. Okay, what do we think of this tunnel? If you want to pop over real quick.
I'm really quickly gonna look up the video.
Well, I just want to see if you agree with what I'm thinking, because I want to let this all kind of turn to the certain color of copper, because annoyingly, you just can't find already green copper. Who are you watching?
I don't know. He has a creepy British accent, though.
Let's say I can't think of any YouTuber. I can't think of any.
Myself, so that you know that weird British accent.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out who the hell it is. That's what's bugging me. I'm like, that doesn't sound familiar. You know what would be really nice right now if somebody was especially listening at my door? A nice cup of hot cocoa. Is he not home? little bit longer, but I figured I wasn't sure if you were near the door when I said it earlier. I wasn't sure if you were near the door when I said it the first time. I said it'd be nice if somebody who was sitting at my door could make me some hot cocoa.
Why did you say that?
As far as I can see, we've got two major issues, both of which lead towards the same problem. First issue is difficulty in passing low needs.
Yeah, you better run.
Aww. Fine.
What was that?
I said fine.
Really? That's what you have to say?
I'm in danger.
That's danger.
Before anybody asks, he slapped my butt and it was with consent. Where the fuck did that come
I was gonna unmute, but I didn't want to that time.
from?
What you say?
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be able to
You
get
talking shit?
What?
You talking slick?
I was talking to Slime.
I like this story.
Am I gonna have to end stream?
should I go?
Normal Eldritch Abomination and Demon flirting.
Oh, okay. I thought I was talking about.
No, I was. He's being goofy. That's Nero, the guy who was playing with us yesterday.
Yeah, I assume.
Yeah. Normal Demon and Eldritch Abomination flirting. No worries.
You have to see it.
He had some relaxants before he got home. So he's being funny.
Wait, I thought relaxants were like, I'm trying to think what they're called.
I'm saying a night, not that kind of relaxant.
Okay.
It's legal kind of relaxant.
Okay. I thought you meant like he took things to make him go.
No. One of his coworkers likes to give him some candy. Every once in a
Does he know what's in the candy?
Yes.
Okay.
No, it's like so it's from a legal shop and everything.
Okay.
It's from a legal shop and everything because it's specifically because when he gets it from this friend, they're buying it from. So for some reason, at least the county we're in, you can only have like a certain milligram, so you have to leave the county to get higher milligram. And the stuff he gets is like fun stuff. If we were to buy stuff where we're at, it's a lower milligram, but it would be more recreational milligram.
Yeah. When I'm like in a position where I can, I would look some of the good stuff.
Well, that helmet's gone forever. I just realized I haven't been wearing a helmet this entire time. And I don't have mending to fix this armor that's actually decent, so shit. Okay. Will we be willing to let me sacrifice 1, 2, 3, 4 diamonds to just give myself mending? Anybody in chat?
Sorry, I got.
So what I do when I cheat, I'm like, I will sacrifice a certain number of diamonds when I cheat.
Oh yeah,
So I'm like, are we okay? It's like, is 4 diamonds enough to sacrifice giving myself mending, or should we sacrifice more? Because I need to make a new helmet too.
But you can also like not give up.
It's my fairness because I'm playing on a single player server. If I was playing on like a server where I could feasibly like have people helping me unlock stuff and have them like working on a villager farm while I do mining or something.
Like you could just cheat and then not give up any of your diamonds and not lose any of the diamonds.
It's because it's a single player world. If it was a That's all. That's the only reason. It's because it's a single player world.
I'm just saying, why give yourself consequences?
Why not?
Just cheat and not feel bad about it.
Be glad this weed is not as effective as the previous. There we go. I'm regaining my resistance.
He's a little happy. You know what? No one's responding in chat. Fuck it. Nobody's responding in chat. Screw it. Where's mending? It's only going to be mending. Everything else we will either do properly or I will find. Because the problem is to get mending, it's a pain in the ass because I either have to go breed a villager to have it. Actually, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Fine. Can I just give myself 9? One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I just looked down. Like, I agree with the things the blue guy says, and I'm like, huh. And then I realized it was you. I'm like, mm-hmm.
Yeah, who sent that?
It's the fucking most Pee Wee Herman reaction. Like, I think we should let him go.
I can't do the weird squeaky voice. It just comes out as air. One of my friends in a VR chat earlier, because I actually tried, jump scared me with their like model, and I tried to scream, but it just came out as air.
There. Oh, I need to. Oh, right, I can't. Right. Well, now I can actually use my XP farm properly. I was about to say, what you're doing, Fire, because if I remember right, it's the Pee Wee Herman joke. It's referenced. I'm trying to remember where it's from. I know it's from Pee Wee. The original from Pee Wee Herman. I'm trying to think. It's like there's another one that There's another similar scene like that, and I think it's the scene in
I know the one that you were talking about was the biker bar, but
Yeah, it's the biker bar. I think Robot Chicken does a similar reference with the Jaws, like behind the scenes Jaw, where they're like, oh yeah, Jaws was supposed to be a lot more active in the actual original story. And they're like, what should we do about this shark? And the shark leans over and goes, I think we should let him go.
I agree with what the blue guy says.
I should.
I don't know, whoever sent that chat message.
I am tempted, I just realized, to make you a Fuji model so you can actually use the Fuji website. Although, it weirdly works out having your Discord model be your just character.
I have a PNG feature if you want me to send.
Do you have a Fuji?
What's a Fuji?
It is a... It basically what it does is when you're in a Discord call, so in this situation right now, you know how yesterday I had that little Octoling model? That's using Fuji.
Oh.
It's a web browser. It's a web browser that changes your Discord PNG to be a model, and you can get really clever with it, where you can make it look like your mouth and stuff are opening.
I have a PNG feature, so
Yeah, you just need the open mouth and the closed mouth, and just set your timing.
yeah, that's the only ones I got.
Yeah. Because what happens is when you have a Fuji set up, when you have a Fuji account set up, what'll happen is when you join a Discord call, like in this situation, Fuji will take over instead of your actual Discord. So that's why Shiny has, when she jumps in, she has a little Octoling,
Oh.
and not her Discord thing, which you notice is like a... Yeah. Nero, I didn't set him up on because we can't, because he's an Eldritch thing that we can't find a true form for him. Which is kind of a running joke about him. Oh, that's why I couldn't.
I think I gotta head out.
Yeah,
Kind of like drowsy.
I'm probably gonna end stream too. Like I said, I am just going till a certain point. And you know, let's start wearing down.
Yeah. I can stay until you're done wearing down.
Oh, so what wearing down means is I'm gonna just start shutting everything down.
Okay.
So let's switch over to that. Let's switch to just chatting. Alright, we are gonna go raid somebody today though.
I forget who we rated yesterday.
We decided not to.
Oh.
Yesterday I was just like, it's Sunday. There's none of my mutuals that I haven't raided recently. Every mutual that was on I had raided within like a week or two. Because what I do is I have a little sheet that has like week of who did I raid.
So if I made like a little Fuji account,
Yeah.
Cute.
So yeah, you see what you would look like. So I could, if you remove that white part, you would look just like you're just a little character sitting next to me.
Yeah. And it'd be probably the more accurate height too.
Yeah. Barry's kind of close to lore accurate height. I think we just jokingly say she's on she's standing on something. Because to be fair, even though my height is variable, I tend to keep lore-wise around 7 feet tall when around normal people. When around...
I don't know why the idea of a 7-foot tall demon woman made you make that sound.
Oh, here's the better part. That's just when she's around mortals and she's not in hell. When she's in hell, she tends to be closer to Asmodeus' height, which is about 19 feet tall.
I might actually need to go shorter because I like imagine slime as being like 3 feet tall.
So I can't really change Fuji stuff without messing with everybody's, because once other people join where the little spot you're in, you shrink. So if we had like 2 or 3 people next to me, you would probably be actual height.
We'll just say I'm like on a crate or something.
Well, that's what we're saying with Barry. Because Barry's about the same height as a normal goblin, so about 3 feet tall. Which means she would be somewhere. Yeah, she'd be somewhere probably around like my thigh.
Finally, someone shorter than me.
Well, goblins are like 3 to 4 feet tall naturally. So.
Oh, so she would probably be taller than me then, because I'm only...
I'm saying goblins are around 3 to 4 feet tall. She's 3 feet tall. Because I think that's just the stereotype.
Okay, so we're like the same height.
Yeah. I also used to have a different background, because if I had had my original background, you would actually be sitting on a couch. I lost that.
I'm just sitting on the floor.
Well, so my original one, I had it set up to where everybody who was in the Discord call when I was in the just chatting would be sitting on a couch. The problem is, the hard drive that held that picture, for some reason I didn't transfer it to a different hard drive and then reset it up. The hard drive that had that picture decided to commit Sudoku. Yes, I'm aware of what I actually said and what I meant.
Wait, what'd you say? I'm zoning out again.
I said my hard drive committed Sudoku.
Oh,
Which is my joke for when I actually mean it committed something else.
but you can't say that on Twitch.
I'm sure I could. Because, I mean, considering DDLC is allowed on here. It's just, that's kind of my running joke when I'm saying it. It's like, it committed Sudoku.
Yeah.
It's like, don't you mean Seppuku? I'm like, yes, but Sudoku sounds funnier.
Scrabble.
Pretty much. Committed Scrabble.
Committed Yahtzee.
No, that's Elon Musk. Let's see here. We've got Gothic Valkyrie, who is our favorite, half... Is she half orc or a full orc? I think she's an orc. She's some kind of orc.
You know, you'd think that you'd take the time to figure it out if, like, she's your friend.
She calls herself both.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I can never
I've seen like, I think she says half orc on some stuff and then orc on other stuff. She just says orc VTuber now. And she's playing Marvel Rivals. We've got Goblin Mommy doing games and demos. We've got Dreamy Mushi, which I think she's turned off raids, so can't do her. Oh yeah, we've got Goblin Mommy doing games and demos. We've got Gothic Valkyrie doing Marvel Rivals. We've got we've got Edgy Gamer Gal doing Hello Kitty Island Adventure. Who else do we got? And then we've got Tavern Tilly with Space Marine 2.
You know a lot of people, wow.
I have a lot of people I follow, but I also have mutuals with a lot of people, and I just know who I'm mutuals with. It's just funny because I know a lot of people, but do you know how often I actually collab? You were the last collab I've done in a very long time.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Collab more sometime.
Yeah.
Wait,
When I say you are the last collab I've done in a long time, and it wasn't like Shiny, just joining a call, or like Splatoon stuff where it's like a community night.
we should maybe find a game that I can actually record, and then I could make an edit like a YouTube video, because I started doing that with friends. I actually recorded some Fortnite with a friend earlier.
I'm trying to think of any free game, or what consoles do you have that you play on? Oh, there's Atlas.
Switch and PC.
Oh yeah, so this is what I say: just post all the games that you have that have multiplayer.
Right. You told me about that. I forgot.
Yeah, just post. That's what I was gonna say. Just post it. Any game that you have that's like community kind of games.
Yeah.
Because Marvel Rivals is free. If you want to.
But it takes up a lot of space, so I deleted it.
Never mind. Honestly, I have people who want to play it, but I'm like, yeah, the problem is I don't want to get into hero shooter. It's like hero shooters are fun. At the same time, it's a hero shooter. There's a certain point where it's not going to be fun. And I don't know when it's going to happen.
Yeah, I hate games that just sort of stop being fun after a while for some reason.
Well, I know games like Marvel Rivals and Overwatch, they're those kind of games where in the beginning they're really fun, but unless they consistently add like new content, there's a certain point where it's just like, I'll come back when they actually add something worth it.
Yeah, because it's sort of like the same gameplay every time.
They are promising to add more maps, which means the gameplay loop's not going to be as short of a downtime.
I'm talking about like Overwatch 2. That's what burned me out of it.
Yeah.
Just
Well,
do the same stuff over and over again.
it's Overwatch. That game has tried everything in its power.
I still own it, so I'm still gonna write about it. But if I have to play it, I'm not gonna be happy about it.
I'm just trying to see who stands out. Oh, we've got somebody playing Balatro. That's one of those games I'm surprised I'm not seeing more people play it. Oh my god, Hajime is actually on. That's hilarious. But she's got 3.4K, and I've got one person watching right now, and it's probably myself.
Yeah, my phone is pretty much dead, so I have to stop.
Well, no, I'm used to that. I'm pretty sure I don't keep that number up anymore, so I have no idea if people came in and were watching for a while, and now that we've gone to this screen.
That's kind of why I stopped, because I know I would have I know it's sort of like a process, but also like I kind of just want to play video games without like just seeing that.
Oh, trust me, if I wanted to just play video games, I do this on the weekends. If I just want to play Minecraft, I will just play Minecraft.
Yeah.
Because there's actually a project I'm working on in Minecraft, right? In that world right now in Minecraft, where I'm digging out a slime farm. The problem is I don't have a beacon yet, so it's a really slow
Wait. You're digging out a what?
slime farm.
What do you do to these slimes?
I just give them lots of food, and they just make excess slime, and I take that excess slime and put it on pistons and stuff.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure we were clear on that.
I mean, it's not. I mean, if we're going to be hurting any kind of slime, it'll be magma cubes. Those are meanies.
Yeah, those guys are dicks. We never hurt them to.
Those are the ones we'll farm and hurt. No. The normal slimes, we just let them just ride this water elevator down, and then we just give them a bunch of treats, and then they get to go and they get to go hide somewhere.
Every single individual Magma Cube has a podcast.
The fact that I get what you mean by that.
You know exactly what I mean by that.
I know.
You know damn fucking well what I mean by that. All of them, they all have it, and they all guest on each other's podcasts, and they've all been, every single Magma Cube has been on Joe Rogan. Not individually, they just all were there at once. The thing is, Magma Cubes aren't like this vast species. There's only like 20 of them. You just keep fighting those 20 over and over again, and you don't lose. That's a conspiracy.
I love how I broke the model.
Wait, hold on, I have to see.
Like, It's not until I finally took my hand away from my face because she just had this look on her face. Ah. Ah.
I missed it.
It was just frozen like this, like.
Every single fucking one of them.
Mm-hmm. Oh. Hey, you want to see something cool?
They've all been sponsored by Lunchly. Yeah, I'd love to see something cool before my water runs out.
Oh, wait. Fuck. Why didn't it work? Oh. Which fucking button? Oh, there we go.
Cool.
I
Okay.
hit the wrong button.
Permission to speak freely.
Yeah.
Kind of hot. Kind of hot.
You can thank Venus for that. You can thank Venus Lovegore for that.
Yeah.
She is the model mancer for this model. She's the one who summoned me into this world, and now I am your problem.
I wouldn't describe it as a problem.
Fair enough.
You know what? Except for the times when you're making me blush.
Alright, let's see here. Who's somebody we haven't rated in a while? Yep, screw it. Let's do Gothic Valkyrie. We haven't seen her in a while. Yeah. I need to work with Venus to add a couple of outfits to this because I want an outfit change. I want to see if she's willing to do the goat form.
Are you gonna have her do the victory form?
Yes. I should show. I'll show you. If you remind me, I'll show you in a little bit what that model looks like. How I painted it up.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. All right. What do you mean? Did she just end stream? That's fucking hilarious. I said it, and all of a sudden I just hear the sound of her raiding into me. I'm like,
I was wasting your time talking about my dickish Magma relatives. Who all have podcasts, who all smell like Axe body spray. They don't even smell like fire. They use so much of it that the Axe body spray overpowers the burning flesh smell. They are disgusting. Disgusting.
I'm trying to. Well, they switched to Warframe.
Disgusting.
Screw it. Let's do Goblin Mummy. We haven't said hi to her in a bit. I'm surprised I don't know more slimes.
Actually, the first VTubers that I met, and the whole reason I got into
Mm-hmm.
got a bunch of slime VTubers all at once. And the one that got me interested in it is still one of my best friends. The Fortnite thing I did earlier was with.
Mm-hmm. I was trying to do the hard eyes and I hit the wrong button.
You have a hard eyes button?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my.
So, if you look at my eyes right now, when they're red, that's the hard eyes. I'd have to get the eyes wider open. I think F1 is supposed to be. Yeah, F1 is supposed to be the blush. Yep, F1 is the blush. For some reason, it's also refreshing in my web browser. Yep, it's.
Oh my. Oh my. Oh my.
I would have way too much fucking power if I had if I had one of those Elgato Stream Decks, because I could just hit those buttons way too quickly.
I would never recover.
Oh god, if I could actually like switch into like certain modes, it'd be hilarious.
Yeah.
Alright, let's get the raid going before somebody raids into us and it's like, great, now I gotta sit here for 20 more minutes.
And they all invest in crypto.
I mean, it's Goblin Mommy or Short Stack Simulator. Let's just do safe and do Goblin Mommy.
I think that's the decision they give you at the gates of heaven to decide if you get in or not. I mean, you've probably talked to people who've been there. Like, can you confirm that's the question they ask? I, Saint Peter. Now pick one to decide whether you get into the pearly gates. Goblin Mommy or Short Stack Simulator.
You know, the sad part is I do want to get an imp Short Stack variant.
I thought you were gonna say the sad part is I want to get like a Saint Peter VTuber model.
Oh, I was gonna go with that. Do you want to know what I want the male version? Do you know what I would want the male version of Nami to be?
What?
Femboy Angel.
I thought you would. Okay, again, I thought you were just gonna straight up say Saint Peter.
No.
Like historically accurate Saint Peter.
No. That's why I said Femboy Angel if I ever got a male version of Nami.
Like a Renaissance painting of Saint Peter with anime eyes and a mouth that move.
No, that's what's his name? Because it's something Jesus.
Christ Jesus.
There is actually a VTuber who is Jesus.
I have to fucking look this up.
He's been on Takahata's stuff a couple of times.
Jesus VTuber.
I don't know if he still does it, but
Yeah, I see it. I see it.
RN Jesus is his name.
Along with that, it looks like I have found an ASMR VTuber. Jesus gives VTuber strength and brokenness.
That might be him just fucking with people.
It's not him. It doesn't look like him.
Never mind, I don't know.
Look, I don't like to judge.
I don't know if RN Jesus still streams or not. I'd be hilarious. The last thing was from like 2 months ago.
He probably got raptured.
2 months ago, trapped in the cave again. Maybe he streams, I just don't see anything here. Last thing he did was January. Oh, a couple of days ago. He might only stream on Twitch or something. Ba, 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 ba. 3 days ago. So yeah, he's only streaming on Twitch. Side tangent. Alright, let's get this going over to Goblin Mommy before she decides to come raid us. Alright. I will be back tomorrow, probably with Sonic Adventure 2, unless we decide to do something else. I'll let you all know on Discord, because I didn't have a schedule this week. Hopefully Slime here's not dying.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us too, so I had somebody to talk to while we were playing.
I'm glad I could be here and that I wasn't.
Oh, trust me, once we have enough games, or I have a couple of servers that... I should just set up a Minecraft server, just that we can all join.
Alright, I'll see you around then.
Yeah, I'll see. Well, at least they told me raid out. I'm just letting the raid cook.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah,
I'm just,
the rest of this.
I'm just staring at my bed longingly right now.
I was about to say the way your model is staring. I'm like, you said staring longingly. I'm like, yes.
Do you want me to be staring longingly at something else?
Well, look where your model would be staring, and think about that really quick.
I'll have to check. At the goblin?
No, your eyes would be staring straight up towards me.
Do you want me?
I mean, if you want to.
If you're okay.
Perfect rating out message.